Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, really? That's great.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Do you love the Tabernacle Choir? This year, the choir's music is everywhere you are. Listen to your favorite choir songs and music and the spoken word anytime you want on Alexa by simply enabling the skill.
Alexa, play music in the spoken word.
Now playing music in the spoken word.
You can also download the Tabernacle Choir app, subscribe to the choir on YouTube, listen on Spotify, and have access to all their wonderful music. Happy listening.
It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag NFL.
Oh, boy, Baker Mayfield. He felt, quote, disrespected a little bit. I listened to it, man. He's right there on the grounds after practice with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Could not reach an agreement on a new contract of his imposed deadline at the start of the season. It's in training camp. And so now he's saying his agents were not presented with an offer that's appealing whatsoever. Said he hopes for a new deal. Have to wait after the season. He's going to show him, man. He wants somewhere around $50 million annually. Oh, he laid it out there on the line. When you're a franchise player and this is what you do to me, oh, you ever feel disrespected, Riley?
Oh, yeah.
By your employer?
Plenty of times.
Okay.
Why do you think I want to be my own boss now?
I don't know.
Because I felt disrespected quite a few times.
Okay.
But I do think, listen, I think guys like Baker Mayfield, I think Tom Brady did this. I think these guys manufacture things to put a chip on their shoulder. This is just another thing. Look, Baker Mayfield has bet on himself 100 times in his life, and probably like 98 of them have come through. So this is, to me, this doesn't feel outside of Baker Mayfield's character at all. This feels like, okay, this is Baker, and this is how he motivates himself, and this is how he talks to himself, and this is how he gets himself prepared every year. He'll have a good season.
I don't think he's that good.
You really don't?
No, I think he's average. I think he's a lot of hype.
I think he's above average. I don't think he's
maybe
average.
Slightly.
He's third in passing yards and touchdowns the last 3 seasons in the NFL.
Yeah, I just don't think he's a winner. You can stat me to death all you want.
Well, and that's why.
What does he want?
Well, that's why sports is fun. Is you get to have that opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
it's fine.
I think I told you
don't put him in
break,
the upper tier.
I told you in a break the other day. I watched Miller Moss and Tanner McKee at a quarterback workout in California 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I had so much quarterback envy. Those guys are journeyman quarterbacks in the NFL. They are never going to be like an upper tier quarterback in the NFL, and they were just slinging the ball around the field. So I just have a tremendous amount of respect for anybody that's in the NFL,
and that he is.
Now, whether you want to mark him as, top 15 in the league or not, or top 10 or what, like, that doesn't matter to me. I just have a ton of respect for him.
Okay, that's fair. New Orleans Saints receiver Chris Olave signed a 4-year, $132 million contract extension with $90 million guaranteed. Oh, the deal. And it's his brief hold-in. I'm tired of the hold-ins. I don't like hold-ins. Hold out or participate. Now, these hold-ins.
You don't like it where they're negotiating and then still coming to practice?
Well, no, but that's not a hold-in.
What is it?
That's negotiating and still coming to practice.
Okay, that's fair. You just don't call it a hold-in. Like, yeah, he's negotiating his contract.
And Deebo Samuel is on the move again. Oh, boy, this is going to give DJ a big thrill. He must have quoted the name Deebo Samuelson about 5,000 times. How long was he in Washington? 1 year? 2 years?
1 year.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He got traded last offseason there, and now he's
okay.
back in the Bay.
I mean, A 1 year, $7 million.
Talk about overrated. I think he's overrated.
Oh, there it is.
Hey, it's my opinion.
I'm fine. I don't have any problem with that. So he's back and see what he can do there. All right, college football.
College.
Hashtag college football.
U.S. Senate adjourned for the week yesterday. Of course, they don't work Fridays. We do, but they don't. Them dogs. Without scheduling a vote for the Protect College Sports Act, makes it unlikely that it will happen before they take a month-long vacation. Month-long vacation? This is the U.S. Senate. You don't get a month-long off.
Oh, they do.
Go play local politics, buddy. That's my, what Dan Hawkins rant on the Big 12 or the Big Colorado.
Oh, yeah. What did he say?
It's the Big 12. He's one of those guys. The guys wanted more time off or something. He knew.
It's Division I football. It's the Big 12. It ain't intramurals. You got 2 weeks after finals. You got a week in July 4th, and you got a week before camp starts. That's a month. That's probably more vacation than you guys get. And we're a little bummed out that we don't get 3 weeks. Go play intramurals, brother. Go play intramurals.
Was he talking to BYUI students right there?
He was talking to Colorado media, and he knew that the end was near. See, I always thought that when they're getting ready to start the Big 12 title game, the big screen down in Dallas, it's huge, or with the Cowboy Stadium, I think they should play that.
It's Division I football. It's the Big 12.
And then they take the field.
But they don't have, I don't know that they have that kind of sense of humor on the Big 12 level, do they? Like, does anybody like Big 10, Big 12, SEC, would they have that kind of humor where they can, it's Big 12 football?
That gets you fired up, man.
I actually think it's genius what you just said. But I also think I just can't see the upper-ups doing that.
I know. Kyle Whittingham, quote, hopefully we can put the drama to bed. I don't know that I would use the word to bed. That's just me, with all the stuff that's been going on with Michigan. He downplayed the Ohio State rivalry and vitriol. Drew comments from fans about it, whether he understands it. We'll get to that. And Belichick, he avoided making any comments about embattled GM Mike Lombardi, who was on paid administrative leave while being under investigation for an HR complaint. Okay, NBA.
Hashtag NBA.
Oh boy. Portland, Oregon, and the Blazers met yesterday to talk about the potential of revamping the Moda Center. Team owner Tom Dundon has been insistent the city fit the majority, if not all, the bills to revamp the arena, and he'd be willing to sign a 20-year lease if that happens. The saga has been contentious, with some believing Dundon could be wanting to relocate the franchise. I don't know, and I'm reading up on it. Where's he going to go? What's out there? What city is dying to get an NBA team? I think he's trying to play him, and whatever, man. He's trying to get leverage, and if the city can foot the bill and he doesn't have to, that's how you get rich, I guess. Or how you get wealthy. I guess there's a difference between rich and wealthy, is what wealthy people tell me. For the first time in 5 years, the NBA will not play any preseason games in the Middle East. And it's due to the ongoing war between the United States and Iran and the ongoing unrest in the region. Oh. The ongoing unrest. How about that, Riley?
I mean, were you like laying up at night, ready to watch them play in Dubai?
No, but that was I was lying in wait, up and not sleeping for other reasons.
So it helped you pass the time.
Yeah. Like last night, what can I do to come in here and kick your butt in arguments?
Oh, well, you haven't done it yet, so you better keep practicing.
Well, it's only 7:10.
Well, you better keep practicing because all week I'm undefeated.
No, you're not.
Ooh, you got me there. No, you're not.
Right. It's just the basics.
No, you're not.
I don't go into hyperbole. I just go into the basics. So, all right, let's move on to ML freaking B.
Hashtag Major League Baseball.
Well, here we go. Shohei Ohtani. He sat out last night's game. Wow. Is he injured? What is going on there?
I've always been of the opinion that he should just shut it down pitching.
Me too. I think he should.
I got that from you.
Oh.
I learned that from watching you.
Oh, well, about time you had a right opinion. I'm okay with that.
I mean, what do they really get? I mean, the stats show that every time he pitches, like, his hitting goes down. I mean, you just take his
took
bat.
a whole week, and you're finally sounding
Took his bat out of the lineup just by having him pitch. Why would you do that every 5 games? I mean, he's an amazing hitter. He could be healthy.
Well, it's about time
He's swinging away.
You listen to truth.
These coaches. I'm surrounded by idiots.
The deadline for the trade is Monday. Oh, boy. The Mets trading their left-handed pitcher, A.J. Minter, to Minnesota for a couple of minor league prospects. They're saying Skubal. He's a kid out of Kingman, Arizona, which is a small town about 100 miles from Vegas. And he pitches for the Tigers, and he's really good. And now the ESPN dude, Passan, saying, is it Passan or Passan?
Passan, I believe.
Passan. Saying that the Dodgers are in the lead. Should the Dodgers get Tariq Skubal?
Yes, they should. Because if they get him, then Ohtani can just stop pitching, and we can just have him hit all the time.
I know, but what about the competitive balance that they just keep piling up World Series, one right after freaking another?
I mean, the Yankees did it for a while. It didn't seem to hurt baseball.
So you don't think they need a salary cap?
I mean, yes, but, well, no, because our argument yesterday was, it's like, you know, you're trying to make everything socialist, and I think it should just be a free market.
Right, and then you got Kyle Whittingham yesterday wearing a suit saying that.
What?
Yeah, they had, I guess.
He had a suit on?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was dressed up to the nines.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Big Ten Media Days.
I need to go look at that.
Big Ten Media Days pulled his best fit.
I could not believe he was in a suit. I do not believe it.
Well, it was there. You know, and he's talking about how they need some constraints and guardrails and whatnot and all that stuff.
Well, you and him are tight.
Well, there you go.
You and he are tight.
Yeah, well, he speaks the truth. All right, let's move on to DJ's favorite. I think
Hashtag RSL.
DJ's back from soccer camp today, isn't he? Yeah, he went.
Is he at one of those
fantasy camps?
Fantasy camps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for him,
where is he? Chicago, Miami,
it's not
New York?
actually how to play the game. It's to learn to speak with a British accent, so therefore you know soccer. Because that's what it is.
Who did he go with?
His wife.
Ethan?
Honey.
Tanner? Sterling?
We'll have Pablo Mastroeni at 8:30. I'll be talking soccer. You're darn right I'll be talking soccer. You know, Pablo and I went to the same high school.
No, I haven't heard that. If I had money for every time you've said that.
Do you know that Pablo and I went to the same high school?
Yeah, Thunderbird. Know exactly what high school.
Are you jealous like DJ is about
Not
that?
jealous, just like tired of that story. It's like the one thing you have in common with him. Hey, we went to the same high school.
We both like chicks. That's two things?
Dude.
What?
We both like chicks?
Yeah. You said it's the one thing. I just gave you another one.
What are you, 13? Well, we both like chicks.
Yeah. I played golf with his wife.
My God.
And Pablo.
Oh, jeez.
They're on the road tomorrow taking on St. Louis. First kick at Energizer Park is set for 6:30 in coverage here on the KSL Sports Zone. We'll begin at 5:30 with the RSL pre-match show. You going to be doing that one, Yawk?
That's the plan.
Okay, and the Royals, they'll host the Portland Thorns Sunday at America First Field at 5 o'clock. Okay, What is Trending is brought to you by Shamrock Plumbing. There's no job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. When we come back, We're going to talk a little football. Weber State, they are finishing up their first week of training camp, as they already had it going on here. They're the first one out there, out on the football field. See what's going on with the Wildcats. And I said Pablo 8:30. Stay with us right here on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
3, 2, 1. This is Scotty G and Coach Tim LeComb.
SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey, as he kicked off and the SEC kicked off their football media day, said that he is not happy whatsoever with what's going on in terms of the Protect College Sports Act. He has had conversations. The conversations about them tearing away from the rest of college athletics is real.
You know, college football, it's ironic that they're against the Save College Football Act. They don't want to be governed. I mean, that's what I keep hearing. The SEC, the Big Ten, they're the ones that keep dragging their feet. Everybody else wants to get this done, but because they feel like they are better than everybody else, they should get a better deal.
I really can't stand this guy. There are certain people out there that are just hell-bent on wrecking things that don't need to be wrecked.
Catch Scotty G and Coach weekdays from 10 to 2. Presented by Mountain Land Supply on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
Today's Friday, but in 5 more days, we got Win Tickets Wednesday. Don't miss your chance to win big every week on the KSL Sports Zone. Next week, you can win tickets to see the Black Crows, and that's going to be at the Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater on August 13th. Listen to the KSL Sports Zone all day Wednesday for your chance to win. All right. Football is in the air. We were at BYU yesterday and talked to Andrew Gentry, offensive lineman.
Great kid.
Yeah.
Sharp.
How much do you buy the concept of the familiarity, the experience of the group, offensive line?
Oh, I buy into that 100%.
Yeah, well, BYU's got that.
It's a lot different when those guys have some cohesion. It's hard. The first thing is it's hard to get 5 guys to play together, but then when you get some continuity there and some of them are coming back and most of them are coming back together, it can be really good. That can be really good.
And that's what we're expecting out of the Cougars and their offensive line. Is the offensive line the unheralded group? But obviously quarterback needs to play well. But what's your assessment of the offensive line? Are they the next most important position group? How do you rank that? Yeah, rank offense from the offensive perspective.
Honestly, and I know this is going to sound like cliche or whatever, you can't do anything without an offensive line.
You literally can't even hike the ball.
Well, but, I mean, if you want to be literal, but, like, I don't care how good you are as a quarterback, how good you are as a running back, how good you are as a wide receiver. If they can't block, you can't do anything. It's why, and nobody wants to watch 7-on-7 football games. Like, nobody's logging in this fall, for a Saturday game of 7-on-7. They want to see football. And they encapsulate everything that is great about football. I mean, some of them do care about credit, but they just generally don't get a lot of credit, right? Uh-huh. When they're good, right. When they're good, nobody notices. When they're bad, everyone notices. It's a really, really thankless position. And I was going to say this yesterday to Gentry, but it's interesting to me because as a young man, I think that I was drawn to, the wide receivers, the running backs, the tight ends as being my friends because I thought they made me look really good. I always appreciated linemen, don't get me wrong. But you know what's interesting is, like, I enjoy my conversations now with offensive linemen as good as or more than any of my teammates. They're just caring people. They are strong opinion. They make me laugh. I don't know. It's a unique group of men that are offensive linemen, and it's really kind of fun. I could just see Gentry, 20 years from now, and he's on the phone with Bear Bachmeier just making fun of him, like, and I love that. That's the one thing that I love. you can't ever go back, but the relationships last for when you play. And I think I look forward to my conversations, my lunches, my barbecues with some of my old teammates more than anything in life. And I think and right up there with the best people that I know are offensive linemen.
So you rank them second most important on the offense?
I think they're first, but sure.
Ahead of quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Really?
You can make a quarter. Listen, there are a lot of quarterbacks out there that can throw a lot of strikes in 7-on-7. If you don't have an offensive line, it separates the wheat from the chaff. I think it's the number one position in football.
Wow, number one.
Yeah, I do.
Even ahead of edge rusher?
Listen, I love me some quarterbacks. Well, if you want to start breaking down position by position, left tackle is every bit, or if not more important than an edge rusher. And they get paid like it in the NFL.
Okay.
You look at what they get paid. Now, look, there's people driving off the road like, no way, quarterback's most important. Yeah, okay, quarterbacks are important. If you don't have a quarterback, you're in a lot of trouble. And they get paid that way in the NFL. I mean, if you really want to rank position by position, just go to the NFL and see who gets paid the highest by group. But I think that there has been a serious value attached to the offensive line over the last few years, last 10 years in the NFL, of realizing how important a good offensive lineman is. The one the most underrated in college football to me, running back.
Underrated? What do you mean?
They don't get paid. Ever since Shanahan in the 90s, there was a run there. You remember when Mike Anderson played for Denver Broncos? He had like 1,000 yards, and then there was another running back that had 1,000 yards, another running back that had 1,000. It was like, oh, this is really just about the offensive line. We can plug and play any guy at running back.
Well, that's what they think.
Yeah, and they're always worried about them getting hurt. But I think running backs are underrated in the NFL. Because one thing that people don't understand about running backs is they're a huge part of your protection scheme when you are throwing the ball. And most running backs that are good don't get on the field unless they understand their pass protections.
Understood that, yeah.
I mean, it's why Lemma couldn't get on the field. I love you, Lemma.
Saw him yesterday.
I actually Alema is an all-time dude. I like that guy.
I don't know that I agree that running backs are underrated in the NFL.
You don't think they're underrated? They get paid like $8 million a year.
But they're interchangeable. I think that's why.
They are not interchangeable.
I think they are.
You think you can replace Saquon Barkley?
Everybody goes to Saquon Barkley. You got me there. They're going to be an exception.
Okay, but they used to have feature backs.
Right, but those days are gone.
Which I think
1,000
is
yards is nothing now. It's like 60 yards a game.
I think it's ridiculous.
Oh, but the NFL has changed. The rules have changed so much to make it more entertaining.
So you think they're getting paid market value? You think that's exactly what they should be paid?
Within a salary structure, if they didn't have a cap, it's another thing. It was like it was MLB, pay them whatever you want.
Told you. All these guardrails ruin everything.
Within the salary structure, you have to allocate the money judiciously. And yes, I think that because they, to an extent, are interchangeable, you simply can't pay those guys that much. And a lot of them, if they're great running backs, what is their lifespan? I mean, who is the guy? He's on Fox Big Noon now, Richardson. It seemed like when he was at Alabama, he took all the shots, and you only got so many shots in your body. They're saying the same thing with Scatteraboo. How many shots can he take before he's out? Because he looks for contact, right? And rather than angling over to the outside, if he sees a defensive back, he's going to angle into his face.
Who's more underrated than a running back? Who's more important? Or who?
They're not.
Who
That's
gets
my
less
point.
credit?
They get what they deserve.
They don't get what they deserve.
Yes, they do.
Somebody tweet out to me and help me out here. This is bull. I do not like this. I do not like this argument. Like, how can you say that about running back? I mean, the guy who's the most athletic.
No.
Running backs.
You're going to go to Barkley, and you got me there.
No. I'm talking about any freaking running back drafted in the 8th round is the most physical specimen, athletic guy on the team.
They don't even have 8 rounds of NFL drafts. So
you don't think Christian McCaffrey is the best athlete on the field every time he walks out?
That's a classic example.
I think he's the best athlete.
Yeah, especially when he's standing over on the sidelines most of the time.
Oh, my
gosh. He's hurt.
He's not hurt all the time.
Come on, he's hurt a lot. Yes, he's a
Christian
phenomenal
McCaffrey,
player, but he's hurt.
If he was sitting here in this room, you're like, man, I wish I looked like that. Man, I wish I could catch the ball like that. Man, I wish I could run like that guy. And it's every time, every running back that I know is a specimen. They don't grow on trees. You act like they grow on trees.
So Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime could have been a running back.
No, he couldn't have.
He's a specimen.
Dude, that guy can barely walk and chew gum at the same time.
Well, he could do a couple other things.
I mean, he could lift weights.
Yeah, but you're talking about a specimen. That's your specimen right there.
I'm talking about athletic. Like, I bet you if I threw a ball at Arnold Schwarzenegger, he'd bat it 3
Yeah, but the problem is they're banged up so much.
Oh, my God. Tell your guys to block for him.
I insulted Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. The way you're talking about running backs right now is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. No wonder you insulted one of them.
At Pac-12 media,
they're the heart and soul of a team.
Back when Sports Illustrated was legitimate, it wasn't pushing agendas.
Right.
I read a story about how good McCaffrey is, but he doesn't look that big, but really he is. So he sits down, and you can ask Scotty G. He remembers this vividly about it. He sits down, and I said, wow, you don't look that big. And he didn't think it was a joke. Yeah. And it was just, I just read the story on that. Yeah, he's fine. He's a great player, but he's always hurt. He's always hurt. I think running backs are more valuable in college than they are in the NFL.
Unbelievable.
All right. Joining us now is the Weber State's head football coach. They have begun play as far as getting ready for the season, which opens August 28th, Northern Colorado. That's like 4 weeks from today. And Eric Kjar, coach, good morning. 4 weeks from today. Are you ready?
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there for sure. We're 3 days in. We got a little more work to do, but the guys are excited. It's getting to be that time of year, so it's fun.
We got Riley Jensen sitting in, and before we get into your team, because DJ's off today, Riley, he was going glory days the other day. He's telling us about when you were first over there at corner, you're getting the program going, and he had some tackle-eligible play.
No,
and
he wasn't there.
Got you. Oh, he wasn't even there yet.
No,
oh, well, that's why, because Kjar wasn't there.
No,
he would have come back and kicked your butt.
I never beat Eric. He did come back. We had a game his first year.
That was PK.
What's that?
I said I was telling PK that away.
Yeah.
Dude, listen, Eric, don't side with PK. I'm so sideways with him right now, I can't even see straight. This guy's killing me.
Shoot.
This guy's killing me. But
He's usually like that, I think. I think that's kind of what he usually rolls with. I think that's the norm with PK.
Oh, I think so.
He came in here and he knows me. Hey, Coach, if you pet a snake and the snake bites you, whose fault is it?
That's right.
You
like
knew
that
what
old,
I was when you picked me up.
When you picked me up. PK's the snake. Yeah,
exactly.
I prefer to call him Scar, Lion King reference, but, same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing, no doubt.
No, I never beat Eric. The first time that I got to compete against Eric was his first year at Corner King. We had him on the ropes. I thought we had him. They came back with Zach Wilson. They beat us. Huge comeback.
He's just like Michael Jordan. He lets you think you can win.
Just typical Eric Kjar. He goes in, makes a halftime adjustment. Yeah, we're gonna win. Nice job, Riley. Nice try. Thanks for playing.
Yeah, it was those were good battles. Especially, I think we had two of them, and then I think we stopped playing, and I think you might even left.
I had left. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Hey, you were a pedestrian 181 and 39 at Corner Canyon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's some of I think that's some of the Jordan.
Yeah,
that's the Jordan
right.
stuff.
That was like
I think
20,
it was like 110 and 10
that
at
was
corner.
like 29 of the losses,
and most of the losses were from out of state. Those academy type programs, if I remember.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but what I
those
wanted
were always good for us to play.
What I wanted to ask you in all seriousness, Eric, is, and I was joking about pedestrian, is that you've built a winning culture at Jordan High School. Clearly, what you did at Corner Canyon High School is unbelievable. Now that you've had a little bit of time at Weber State, what do you think is a common denominator about building a winning culture that you found translates directly to the college level?
I think a lot of it is like how your day-to-day interactions with your team, from a staff, but also them with each other too, and what that looks like as far as pushing each other, holding each other accountable, but also loving each other up in all the different facets of football. Weight room wise, that happens quite a bit out on the field, but also just in general, like when we get opportunities to learn more about each other and kind of learn about each other's backgrounds, and then also, show that we care about each other besides just as football players or coaches. I think that's kind of what you are looking for. And we try to have a lot of fun too. I think a lot of time you got to enjoy this process. Gets pretty tough and long, and there's a lot of grind into it, as you guys know. You have to enjoy it, and you got to create an environment where they like showing up to work hard and be a part of that grind.
How do you blend? I think you got like almost 70 new players on the roster from even you got I don't know how many you would know from where you were to spring to now. How do you get everybody to come together like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a lot of it, just trying to be around them as much as we can. I think we've done a good job of really participating and being around our players as much as you can, through like some of the strength conditioning stuff and being able to generate some commonality there with them. But also it's kind of nice that they are all new. It's kind of a blank slate. You kind of get to introduce your culture, what you're like, who you are, and what you expect of them. And they're all kind of headed in the same direction versus maybe, habits that they've had previously. It's kind of, they've came in with a blank slate, and same with us, and, trying to just really get everybody moving in the same direction with the similar plans. Been a little bit easier, I think, because of that.
As you're moving into your first season with Weber State, obviously you brought in Devin Brown, and he's one of the long line of Corner Canyon quarterbacks that you coached at Corner Canyon. He's probably the one I know the least about, and that I've heard the least about. Obviously, Jackson Dart, Zach Wilson. There's been a lot of really good quarterbacks there. Tell us what helps him to stand out. Tell him what you tell our listeners a little bit about him. Like, what is he like? What does he bring to the table?
He does a good job of like taking a business-like approach to that position, and he has a lot of fun. Like he's messing with our guys. Like he told Tate, one of our receivers, who's my son, that he looks like a Pez dispenser with his helmet on yesterday, which was pretty funny.
I know you like that one.
And his helmet's all big. It was funny. I was dying. But just stuff like, he's good with that stuff too. Like just being one of the guys also and blending in with him. But also when he goes into meetings and all that kind of stuff, he's all business and he's a high achiever. He holds himself to a high standard, as most quarterbacks do, and sometimes that can be his own worst enemy. It's a good thing too, but sometimes just getting him to relax and play and not be too tough on himself with some of the things that we're doing. He's extremely gifted, especially arm talent wise. He's got a super strong arm, can make all the throws, and has played at a high level at different places. So he brings that experience into it as well.
Weber State coach
kid to
Eric
have
Kjar.
around.
Excuse me, Weber State coach Eric Kjar joining us. So he's a fifth-year senior, I believe, if I remember correctly, just doing the math. And then you got somebody like on the back end, on defense, Trevian Tribble, who's also a fifth-year senior. Are those some of the guys that you're looking forward to develop leadership? Because we know how important team-led leadership teams are.
Yeah, for sure. Trib's done a great job this offseason. Being a part of our leadership council, but then also, just setting the example and working hard and encouraging guys and doing even just little things, cleaning up, after we eat team meals, if someone gets overlooked or pushing in chairs and thanking people that help us, like he's just special that way. And he's done a great job. And the way he's handled it and conducts himself around our guys has been really special and really what leadership's about. And he continues to emerge there, which has been great by Trib.
You said that he's really good with the guys. He's making fun of Tate. Did Tate and Noah make fun of him for wearing number 33? I mean, what's going on in the state of Utah? We got a number 47 quarterback. We got a number 33 quarterback. Do they tease him about that at least?
So they do. I mean, and some other stuff that I can't even talk about on here. It gets because Tate's known him for a long time. Noah doesn't know him as good, but Tate played with him when he was at corner, so it's funny.
Yeah, no.
But the 33 comes from I think he was a linebacker before he ever played quarterback. These
guys are killing me. These guys are killing me.
I can't remember. Was it Sammy Baugh? It's an old school.
I think Sammy Baugh might have been 33.
Yeah, and I think that's why he just kind of Sammy Baugh was a quarterback too. I'll just hang on to it. So, because his dad's pretty well versed in history of just football in general, and I'm sure he knew that. So Devin's I'll just keep it.
Yeah, Sammy Baugh, just looked it up, number 33.
Oh, nice, nice call.
Yeah,
yeah.
When you were at the high school level, a lot of the teams you played, and you played them repeatedly, and you knew a lot of the personnel and all that. Now you got a new coaching staff, and, I mean, you've never played Northern Colorado, Southern Utah, and then in Colorado, your first 3 games on the road, by the way. In Greeley, you make 2 trips to Colorado right off the bat. Greeley on the 28th of August, then down to Cedar the next week, and then over to Boulder to play the Buffaloes. How have you been able to try to get up to speed with your opponents? Is that something you'll get to when the games start?
Yeah, and a lot of that we did in the summer too. We spent some time just prepping in general, not getting down to it, but doing some film study and some tagging of clips and plays and just getting a good understanding of kind of what's coming up ahead of us. It's pretty easy to get film on about anybody today. That's why I always laugh that everybody thinks there's a bunch of secrets in football. But yeah. I mean, we've started that process, in general already, and I think that's going to be something that'll continue to help us just being around and us, this staff, knowing opponents a little better and better as we go along over the years. But I think football, for the most part, is pretty consistent in different schemes that everybody likes to try to run. Now, obviously, some of them run them a lot better, and then, you look at the talent, the physicality, and some of the things, and calling plays in certain situations that make them a little bit more effective factors into that. I think that's going to be something that we'll have to get more of a feel for, but it's exciting. That part's kind of the fun part of football, I think, too. I would say Riley would kind of say the same thing, too. The game planning prior to and going into stuff and get an idea of what you're going to do and how you're going to attack is a really fun part of football.
Well, I think that's what separates you from all the other good coaches that I know is just the play calling. And I don't think people understand what an art it is and how good you were at the timeliness of your calls. It's not always about what plays you have. It's when you call them. If you could outline just one thing that was the most surprising about coaching college football so far, and then the one thing that surprised you the most about Weber State.
Oh man, that's a good one. Probably the biggest surprise so far has been the recruiting aspect and just how it's a challenge in general. And I think it's gotten obviously a little bit tougher over the years now with some NIL and rev share and that kind of stuff. And really kind of what kids are about, what's important to them, and trying to find that and find guys that's going to match up with what you want in your program. I would say that's probably been the biggest thing so far. And then what was the other one? I'm trying to remember.
The biggest surprise about Weber. About Weber State itself.
Yeah, the thing I love about Weber is just, I think the community up here in general, not only just on campus with the, professors and administrators and staff, they're just awesome and welcoming and super kind. And that's maybe because I haven't, coached any games yet and lost games or anything yet. So maybe that's a little bit why they're kind of nice. But even the community up here in Ogden has been great, super welcoming and just all about trying to help and get things going in the right direction. It's been pretty amazing and great support up here all the way across the board. So that's been really, really, refreshing to come in and have that environment.
Weber State coach Eric Kjar joining us for a few more minutes. I sat in the stands for so many of your games over the last decade. And
you were like yelling stuff out. I've heard some of those before. They're like, you should have heard what PK was saying up in the stands about
this
you,
guy,
what you were coaching.
Unhinged.
It's unbelievable. Scar's a good nickname for him.
I'd always try to guess your play calls, particularly in the second half, and Riley spoke to that. I can remember a game at Rice Eccles. I think it was against Lone Peak. And I was on the sidelines, and I was creeping towards you in the first half because you were bugging me. But then you went into the halftime, and you made a bunch of adjustments, and you won the game, so I let you go. And I always enjoyed trying to guess what you were going to do as the game progressed. And, I got like 1/1,000,000th of the knowledge that you guys have. I'm not going to kid anybody here. But it was always fun to try to see especially at Rice Eccles, where sometimes I'd go up in a press box where you can see even better, and to see what you try to get in your mind to see what you were thinking. And there was one time you guys were, I don't want to name the school because I don't want to embarrass them, but you're kicking the crap out of them with this halftime hadn't even evolved, and you got the ball like with 2+ minutes to go, and it was clear and it was early in the season too, and you were trying to work a 2-minute offense. And one of your guys, you threw a pass wherever on the side, and instead of going out, he cuts in. And you call timeout, and you lay into the guys that...
Eric did?
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen that.
That's rare. That's rare.
You lay into the guys. We're running a 2-minute drill, and those 3 yards, they're not as important as you getting out of bounds and preserving the timeouts, right? And so you tell them that, and then I think it was maybe the next play, maybe it was a play or two after. Another kid does the exact same thing, and you call a timeout again, and I thought your head was going to explode at that point, man. Your face got red. I was worried. I had my finger on the phone. I had already dialed 9-1, and I hadn't hit the third one yet.
Especially as I get in age, that's dangerous. That's dangerous.
And so you lit into the guys, and they all responded. They look at you like the ultimate figure, right? Because you're that much older than these high school kids, and you had them completely captivated. And generally speaking, from talking to assistants and administrators, I've been around the program a little bit from a distance because of the family situation. Yeah. I'm wondering, how is that going to be now at the college level? Because these guys are older. They've been around a little bit. How are you going to be able to treat them and coach them up in a manner that you did? Would it we have to use some finesse? Just take us through that, how you intend to do that.
I think a lot of it is just being yourself sometimes too. And I think, handling that, and I've been told by players that I've gotten softer as I've gotten older. I don't see it quite as much that I have, but I'll have former players come back and they're like, man, if I would have done that, just like, and that's not even up here. That was like at Corner Canyon. But I think there always is like a standard that you want to approach of what you expect with your players. And sometimes I think holding them to that can look a little bit differently, for one situation versus another. And I'm not saying even the player, but having them understanding that and making sure you reinforce that, continually without missing those opportunities, I think is really what matters. And we'll continue to do that here I don't know that I'll always be quite as animated as I have been in the past, but I'm sure, emotions, who knows, I'll probably get there a few times, definitely. And our players have kind of had a few of those moments where they've seen me like that a little bit. And I think that's kind of been good for them a little too, because, they've even spoken about, just the importance of how they've appreciated being held accountable more, and having a standard that, I expect them to play at, and they've appreciated that. So I think sometimes being authentic really is maybe more important than trying to be too calculated with especially that part of it.
All right. Well, hey, we appreciate you giving us time this morning. I know you got to get out to the practice field. 4 weeks to go, man. Greeley, Colorado.
Excited. Heck yeah.
Yeah, we'll be following it. Good luck, Coach.
Riley, keep an eye on him, man.
Dude,
good luck.
Dude, I'm so glad I'm done this week. I'm done.
Oh, my. Man, DJ's leaving you hanging.
I'll see you next week. I'll see you next week, Eric.
Thanks, Riley.
All right,
appreciate you.
All right. That's Coach Eric Kjar coming up from Corner Canyon, literally going north to Weber State. And it's exciting to see what's going to happen with the Weber State Wildcats. We appreciate him jumping on the phone lines before he has to get out to practice.
I think Greeley is a great recruiting tool for Weber State. Because you go to Greeley and you play, and all the players are like, man, this place sucks. I'm staying at Weber.
Okay.
Have you ever been to Greeley?
I've been by it.
It's terrible.
Off I-25.
People tell you that Colorado is so awesome. It's freaking Nebraska. It's Nebraska, except for like way over where the mountains are 2 hours away. Everything else is flat.
If you look the one way, it is.
It is. Like the whole state is freaking Nebraska.
Well, if you're going to compare it to Utah, you got me there.
I mean,
Utah's 1,000 times more beautiful
sucks.
and more scenic.
That place sucks.
I mean, Boulder was okay. I've been to Boulder many times.
Boulder.
And I like Fort Collins.
I'm not saying there aren't some good places, but like you go out towards Greeley and then you start going east.
Oh, go east. Yeah.
Oh my
east.
goodness,
it is
it's
Nebraska.
terrible.
The terrain and whatever topography, whatever those words are.
Well, they got the little oil drills going up and down. It's the same thing. Kansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Colorado. Dude, it's all the same.
Logan.
No. Why did you even go there at all?
Because I know Logan is dear and dear to
That is not even like, that was like.
Well, you look one way in Logan. I mean, my gosh. I mean, what's Logan?
You look any way in Logan, and it's incredible.
The only thing Logan is known for is dairy, and it's close to Napoleon Dynamite.
Okay.
Preston is part of Cache Valley.
It is part of Cache Valley. That's a true statement.
All right, we got some stuff. I think Yawk, next segment. It's time for us to just gloat a little bit. What do you say?
We can do that.
We'll get to
Am
that
I involved
next.
in this, or is it just you and Yawk?
No, you can be involved.
You inspired us.
Yeah. Your psychology. Stay with us. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
They've been doing it for a while.
This is Jake Scott and Ben Anderson.
I think the Jazz want to make the playoffs this year, and they really have no motivation for not making the playoffs this year because their draft pick goes to the Memphis Grizzlies in the Jaren Jackson Jr. trade. How motivated are the Jazz actually going to feel to maximize the win total of this roster using all the assets available to them to get there? My guess is it's actually not as high as fans would think because they don't have to do anything exactly right.
The truth is they are dedicated to it. But that doesn't mean they have to do anything about it right now.
Sure.
But no, not one person in that building, if you went up to them and said, hey, is the Bosnian Beak your answer at center? Not one of them is going to say yes.
Right. Or Jackson Hayes.
Or any of that. No, they're not.
Yeah.
So, yes, they do need to address the problem, for sure. Do they need to address it right now?
I don't think so.
Absolutely not. No, why would they?
Catch Jake and Ben, afternoons from 2 to 6 on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.
The days are longer, the calendar is filling up, and I want to feel as good as this beautiful summer weather. That's why I've been loving Groons. It's one daily pack of gummies that covers my greens, vitamins, and minerals, and even has 6 grams of prebiotic fiber, so I don't need to juggle a complicated wellness routine on top of everything else. They taste amazing. They're easy to toss in my bag on the go. Plus, they're vegan, gluten-free, and HSA FSA eligible for reimbursement. Save up to 52% off with promo code podcast at gruns.co. That's code podcast at gruns.co.
Oh, let's just bask for a few minutes.
I don't want to be here.
We're basking.
I don't want
Yes.
to be here.
You inspired us.
Yeah, we went out and played in the BYU golf tournament yesterday. It was my wife participated. It was me, Tim Lacombe. Tim had to leave to go do his show with Scotty. Jake Hatch came in and substituted, I think, after like 7 or 8 holes or so.
7 or 8, yeah.
Yeah,
In there.
and played the rest of the way. And they added up the scores. Yeah, and guess who had the lowest? That was a scramble.
Yuck.
So you're taking the best player.
I heard you
best
have a
shot.
stick.
He can bomb it. He can.
I
bomb
heard
it.
you can rack.
We have a formula for winning. You have to have a formula to win, don't you?
Oh, don't worry. The conversation. So we won they call it the BYU Media Golf Classic by 3 strokes. We shot 15 under as a team overall, and we won by 3 strokes.
Wow, so nobody was actually cheating, because every time I go to one of those things, it's like,
we don't know.
we were
didn't
minus.
cheat.
We didn't cheat.
No, I know,
It
but
was-
you won.
Yeah.
And minus 15 is not a huge score. Like when I usually play, it's
20
like,
or-
oh, he was minus 38. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, bull, they're cheating.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. But after the round, because you had to go, you guys went and played another round of golf, which props to you because it was hot yesterday.
Right.
But people were like, how did you guys do that? I'm like, you got to have a formula. We have a very, very good formula here at the KSL Sports Zone.
And it's him bombing it off the tee, swinging hard, a big lefty dude, and he gets it out there as far as he can.
Just swinging out of your shoes.
Not swinging out of my shoes.
No, it's actually a natural swing, really.
Honed over years.
Yeah.
Lefty.
He's got good club speed.
Yeah.
He's
Ken
flexible.
Griffey Jr.-esque, just nice and smooth.
That was my inspiration right there.
Hammer. He's got a hammer.
Yeah, he could get it out there 3+.
Wow.
And then I can't come anywhere near that. I never could, even when I was younger. It's not my game.
Right.
And then I try to hone in on 150 in. And I knew we were going to win. I think it was the next to last hole, hole 11 or something, because we started on 12, I think, or 10. And it was a par 5. And so he bombs one, and we were 180 out. And so I took my 7 wood and cleared it, and what was about a 20-footer.
Yeah, and then what does homeboy do?
Yeah.
Steps up, sinks it. Eagle.
Once we made
Talking about
that
you
eagle,
or him?
PK. PK was putting well yesterday.
Once we got that
this is
eagle,
getting out of control. Are we done with this? I don't want to hear.
I knew we had it.
You know, I knew with 2 holes to go when I sunk a 20-footer that we were going to win.
You do realize we talked about your mental performance.
Yeah, my wife was saying, I'm just doing what Riley. We were talking about this on the
I was
air.
texting
She was
Jackie
listening,
all day.
driving down.
I like Jackie way better than I like Patrick.
You sound like my mother-in-law.
We were talking about neutral thoughts, Riley.
She's so much cooler.
You
than
helped drive us.
You played a part. We're giving you some flowers, and you don't want to accept them. What's wrong with you?
I think your wife is fantastic.
You just want all the glory.
I don't like you.
And we're giving you some of the glory.
I don't.
And you want all of it.
I don't like you.
I heard you. Once I sunk that 20-footer for eagle, I knew we
I loved how
would
you
win.
set it up. I knew we were going to win. What happened again, Yawk? I can't remember what happened. Well, you sunk a 20-footer.
Because
he
put
that's
us
what
in
happened.
position off the
That's
tee.
what happened.
Hey, let's talk about 2 holes before that where I stuck a tap-in birdie to
Oh, yeah.
Did PK talk about
the
that?
par
No.
4, it was
he
all
set
him.
it up
It was
to give
drive,
himself the glory.
And then,
he
I don't
didn't
know,
talk
small
about
iron,
that, did he, Yawk?
wedge or something.
It was a
I
9
forget.
iron in.
9, and he stuck maybe 2 feet.
Oh,
3.
now you're talking about it. But before it was all
but
about
see, on
PK.
that hole,
It was all about PK.
I pulled an iron, and I was probably another 20 feet away. And, I made that putt anyway.
Oh, my gosh.
This is a true story. He just walks up, taps it, and it's in the bottom of the cup.
Dude.
Yeah. But I let him have the glory, being a team guy. I wanted him to experience it.
If you don't think PK's humble, just ask him if he is. He'll tell you.
Humility is one of my best traits. I've said that often.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That and looks. And there's one other thing. Yeah. I got those.
One other thing.
Yeah. Right. So I got that going on, and those are my things there. What did they do, Yawk, when they announced the winner? We get any booze or whatever?
There were some people who, because I was the only person that was, because Tim was downstairs
downstairs working.
You and Jackie had taken off.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, everybody kind of cast their eyes over at me, and I'm like, hi, champion. I do have your prize in here, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm
so
surprised I even fit into this room today the way you guys are talking about this.
Next year...
Your neutral thoughts conversation
we'll
helped
go
us.
to it. Yeah, neutral thoughts. Right now, I'm not having neutral thoughts. They're very slanted negatively toward you.
3 things you can see, 2 things you can hear, 1 thing you can feel.
Here's the thing, Riley. If it wasn't for former BYU players in the pros, the KSL Sports Zone would be 2-time champions of this event.
Really?
Yeah.
We finished second a couple years back. Same formula.
The only 2 times he and I have played together.
Yeah, we finished second. 1 stroke back in that one. And
you want me to give him props? Okay, I'll tell you. Let's see, the thing was Thursday at 8:00. At 10:00 on Wednesday, he wasn't supposed to go. I went and talked to management. I want him there because I knew he was our most valuable guy. You can get people to make putts, but you can't get very many amateurs to hit the ball 300 yards. So I had to go downstairs, pull some strings to allow him to get there because I wanted him, because I wanted to win. I play golf to win golf tournaments.
You play to win the game.
In this case, you play to win the Media Golf Classic.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we will go for a whole year. We are the champions. Yes, my friends. All right, rivalries. Can they be lovable? Can you reduce the hate? We got the boss, Kyle Whittingham, talking about that yesterday. We'll get to that next. Stay with us, 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone.